Hello there, and in this video I'm going to give you my thoughts on the First Berserker Khazan demo that I played. It's a nice big demo. I played it on the PS5. Now, this is a Souls-like game by a Korean developer, South Korean, and it looks really nice. There's a big snow level you can play. It's quite linear. It's very much like a Dark Souls sort of structured game, but the environments have a nice sort of open feel to them. The characters are sort of cell shaded, so it's got this weird hybrid look to it. The backgrounds look like they're properly lit. There is a sort of cartoonish cell shaded look to it. I think there is definitely a heavy manga inspired look to it. That's what the developers obviously like. They like the manga and the anime. And this is definitely a Souls game. As you can see, this is like the bonfire. There are souls to collect for when you kill enemies. I mean, I'm sure they're not called souls, but they serve the same purpose. As you can see, you can level up. Once you get enough, you put points into your vitality and endurance, your strength. You could call it a Dark Souls rip-off. That's basically what it is. But the developers obviously love Dark Souls. So do I. FromSoft games are 10 out of 10 games for me. I love their games. This isn't on that level. This is definitely not on the FromSoft level. It's more of like a AA game by a more sort of mid-tier developer, I'd imagine, going by the demo. The assets in the demo aren't overly used. Yeah, as you can see, you're possessed by this demon thing, and at this point you're just trying to sort of exorcise yourself from these demons. This is sort of a mid-level, I wouldn't say boss, but like a sub-boss, not a main boss, but it was still really cool to fight. There's a lot of parrying in this game. Some of the bits in the game look really nice. I mean, look at this. This looks really, really nice. These statues, that skybox. So there's some really good artists working on this game. I mean, Korea has some really good artists. There's a lot of artistic talent out there, and it's definitely on display here. This is another sort of a more powerful enemy, and it's not that difficult if you're a Souls-like veteran. It's a bit of a walk in the park, actually, in between the bosses. The bosses are more challenging, but it's a bit pedestrian, although there's nice verticality to the environments, and they do loop back on themselves, and there are shortcuts and little hidden bits. It can look a bit samey. As I say, it's not a AAA game. There isn't lots and lots of assets and lots of different variety in the environments, but it's pleasant to look at, and it's, you know, intelligently done. They've done a lot with what they have, and they're obviously hard-working people because they've really gone for it. Like, they've really tried their best to make a quality game, and I think they've basically achieved that. It runs nice and smooth on the PS5. You got a stamina bar. Obviously, you run out of stamina, you get your sitting duck. I like fighting this bear. He was cool. Nice big powerful enemy. He was sort of hidden away in a cave. Now, so we'd previously fought a bear. So yeah, and there's another bear. But you know, even FromSoft reused bosses a lot, similar looking bosses. So I'm not really going to hold that against the game. I mean, this was like a little hidden away boss, sub-boss. And he was cool. Now we got these Yeti things, and they look cool as well. And they throw rocks at you. What you find is the main boss, there are main bosses, kind of look like the smaller bosses. Like, we saw like a smaller bear and then a bigger bear. This is a kind of Yeti thing, obviously, and the first boss you fight in the demo is a big Yeti thing. So at this point, I'm thinking to myself, it's a nice game. I wasn't totally feeling it. The main character has got a big, muscly berserker body, but the head looks a bit kind of weird. It looks a bit out of place. So when I got a helmet on, I was quite happy. You couldn't see the character's ponytail and sort of clean shaven face. Now this is the Yeti boss I was talking about, the first one. And this is when the game really came alive for me. I mean the blood looks really good, doesn't it, against the white snow. I really enjoyed fighting this boss. I thought to myself, yeah, I'm loving this. This boss is really good. It's really well animated. He had lots of attacks you could learn. It's a bit more challenging than the first part of the game. And I actually got that buzz, that sense of achievement you get from beating a boss in a good Souls-like. I was like, wait a minute, I'm warming up to this game. There's a lot of cutscenes like this. It is more story-driven than your typical Souls game. Obviously, that's going to appeal to some people. Personally, I like the way FromSoft do it, where the story's sort of in the background and you're in control of the character as much as possible. But the cutscenes are really nicely done, and the story I think looks pretty good. Now after the first boss you get to choose normal or easy mode, which is, I wasn't expecting that, it was a bit weird. So they give you this like quite challenging boss to beat, and then they give you the easy option of an easy mode. It's a bit strange. This is the last boss in the demo. Again, he was challenging. I found that the best thing is just poke him with the spear. Parry all his attacks and poke him. But yeah, I found this boss just the right amount of challenging. This isn't Sekiro level of challenge, right? So yeah, it's challenging, but not over the top. But it's well balanced, I think. It plays really well. The only thing is, I'm not sure why they put an easy mode after the first boss. Like, if people just want to play it for the story, just give them an easy mode from the start, right? Why put that barrier in the way? I don't know. Maybe they just wanted you to sort of beat that first boss, and then if you decide, oh no, I don't really want to do this kind of fighting, these bosses, it's too much for me, then you can just, you've earned the right to choose easy mode if you want to. You've given it a go. You've played it as the developers wanted you to play it, but no, you just want the story.
I need my body, but I need your strength. We don't need to be enemies. I swear on my honor, my blood.
That's a cool looking set of armor.
Cooperate. You help me, I help you.
Bargain, is it? Very well. If this is what is required, we No! Enough!
And I cut that short. There's more. There's a lot more to it. I cut it short.
You have found.
But you can see that sort of well-groomed look and the clean-shaven face.
Will lead you.
Yeah.
This way.
It looks like a. I think there's a bit of a scar there on the chin, but it just doesn't look like a berserker to me. I'd expect a more sort of rugged-looking guy with a big beard. But maybe this is, in Korea. Maybe this is what's popular. I don't know. So once you finish the demo, then you get to see this trailer. and it shows a lot more of the game, different environments and bosses. Yeah, there's lots of weapons that you can get, but you don't upgrade the weapons. You just get a new weapon and or new gear, and it's either more powerful or as powerful as the last stuff you had. So it kind of simplifies things. She looks like she's straight out of that Elden Ring. But you can see a lot of the bosses are inspired by FromSoft games. Yeah, March the 27th. So at the time of making this video, that's not long to wait. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little sort of first impressions, if you like. I definitely enjoyed the demo. I'm going to wait for the reviews on this. But yeah, I'm going to check this one out, definitely. So thanks for watching.